Hi everybody, Avana Intuitive here with our weekly energy reading for the week of July 10th, 2025. Just as we get started, I want to remind everyone that this is for entertainment purposes only. And please like, share, and subscribe to my channel as it really helps the algorithms. And of course, I really appreciate it. This week, I am looking at pulling cards from this Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann with a clarifying card from the Clarity Tarot by Debra Zachau, and also to do a 3-card pick from the Moonology Oracle cards by Yasmin, Boland. It is a full moon, so that is why I'm planning to do the 3-card pick with using the Moonology Oracle cards. Again, if this reading resonates with you, that's fine. And if it doesn't resonate, that's fine too. It is just a general reading for the weekly, energies out there. As I'm talking, I am shuffling the cards here from this Light Seers Tarot deck. And I love the images on this deck. I have never used this deck for a weekly energy reading. I use it usually just for, my basic tarot card readings. So let's see what we get. I'm going to also, of course, be reading from the book because from the guidebook, because I like to see what the author has to say for each of the, I just dropped a bunch of cards, but I grabbed them here. What they have to say about the card, the cards that we get. So let's see what we have. And again, this is for the week of July 10th, 2025. We do have a full moon. And let's see. Just going to do a couple more shuffles. See if we can get any information on our weekly energy for this week. And I just want to say hi to everybody. Thank you so much for being here. I know I've been lately forgetting to do that. I don't know if everybody's life is as crazy as mine has been lately. I'm assuming with the energies around all of us that is probably the case. But, I'm so thankful for everybody being here. And I will tell you, we have some really beautiful cards that came out. Let me get a clarifying card from this Clarity Tarot deck. I just feel, even at the beginning of the year and the end of 2024, I just had a sense, at least for myself, that there were just going to be really big changes for 2025. And I mean, that was beyond the political stuff and all that. I just felt that for myself, at least, there would be very big changes. And here we are now in July. And, those changes are kind of taking place. It's like baby steps. Sometimes change takes place in one big thing. But, I just felt this year would be a year of big changes. And it really, really is. And some of them, there we go. And some of them have been still to come for me. I don't know how you guys all feel about that too. But some, I can just feel more change coming, but good. I want to hear, I just heard scary, but good, right? It's scary. Change can be scary for me. But it's all good change. It's all moving to a new level where when you look back, it's going to be one of those things where it's going to be wow, I'm so glad that happened, because I'm maybe not glad some things happened, but I'm glad things happened because I'm going to come out of it stronger, bolder, more in line with who I am. So here we go. Let's go through these cards very quickly. The first card, Ace of Cups, a new emotional beginning. I love this card here. Temperance, beautiful balance. And then the Lovers, I love that. And then for the clarifying card, I got this 10 of Wands card. So let's go and see what the cards have to say. Let's see. Let me see. Here, let's first find this Ace of Cups. Let's take a little bit of reading on what this actually says. Ace of Cups. An extremely positive message of vibrant beginnings. The Ace of Cups marks the genesis of relationships, emotional connections, and deep feelings of love and friendships. Your emotions, your emotions are powerful magic. Cultivate your ability to call on expansive, optimistic, and profoundly radiant feelings and consciously send your heart waves out into the world. They will become powerful beacons for awakening new adventures, romance, and the effusive joy that you are calling into your life. Your capacity for love is expanding, so check in and make sure you aren't repressing your ability to connect with others as a result of being overly protective. Mindfully extend the love you feel to your own heart as well. Forgive yourself for past mistakes and find a fountainhead for healing. With copious amounts of self-acceptance, get ready to expand. Exciting affinities are emerging, and it's time to open up and you give yourself permission to deepen your kinship with the life around you. Yeah, ditto. That's what I meant to say, right? That's exactly how it is. It like this, yeah, this Ace of Cups, opening up your heart. It says, my heart is open and filled with love. You know, being protective of our heart and our love, but not overly protective, right? Moving into this opening up of new love, new emotions, and, you know, just being out there for new experiences. And then we got Temperance. Temperance is the alchemist of life, and it calls you to create your purposeful blend using moderation and patience as ingredients. Where are you focusing your precious energy right now? Maybe you've been overdoing it in your social life, or binging on television, drinks, or food, or overspending. Focusing on a relationship that is depleting more energy than it is replenishing. Being wholly materialistic versus wholly spiritual. We live in a world of extreme passions and heated hustle, so slowing down the desire for excess in any one area of your life may be harder than you think. Don't do drastic right now. Stay away from all or nothing choices. Clearing your energy of extremes will foster a dynamic, nourishing flow that is aligned with your perfect alchemical purpose. Seek equilibrium and be mindful of your resources while fusing all the elements to achieve a beautiful balance. I walk the middle path and I nourish my spiritual wholeness. Yeah, I love that. You know what? You have this beautiful heart, this Ace of Cups, and walking that middle path, right? Not going from one extreme or the other, right? Again, loving, but not being overly protective of our heart. Right? We love, protecting our heart, but not being overly protective. And then we have 6, the Lovers. The artwork, by the way, on this deck, I think is just gorgeous, but the Lovers. The universe constantly gives us the opportunity to become the person we want to be. It's a magical time for taking inspired action. Push ahead with willpower and determination. Oh, sorry, reading the wrong card. Oh my gosh, I was reading the Chariot, although that still works. My mistake. The Lovers. Magnetism, like magic, is coming into your life. You are sitting on the cups of the type of profound connection that happens when two souls are intertwined and their entanglement forever marks their individual paths. Often this card signifies that an important choice needs to be made. Will you embrace the spiraling energy that unwinds between two people who are beginning to connect and choose to shift into this relationship or not? Falling deeply into trust will be necessary in order to create a lasting bond, and growth around vulnerability, honesty, desire, and intimacy is being called into the light to be healed. While partnerships are beautiful gifts on the path, you must also seek to give fully without weakening your resolve to remain whole. Remember that self-love is the key to balancing the duality of any relationship. Wow, that's really strong information there. My heart is open to deeply meaningful relationships, and I expand into this union with loving trust. Which really goes into this and into this, right? These 3 cards, yes. I go out, I love, but I protect my heart, but I'm not overly protective. I walk the path, but I walk the middle of the road. Not because we don't want to have fun and we're just always like flatlined or just middle of the road. Of course we go to extremes. We can go and enjoy and have a good laugh and have fun, but we don't constantly overspend. We don't constantly go out on, drinking and social nights. We, again, moderation, right? And I love this one line. I have to find it and read it again. Remember that self-love is the key to balancing the duality of any relationship. I think it's the sentence before. While partnerships are beautiful gifts on the path, you must also seek to give fully without weakening your resolve to remain whole. Yeah, that to me is like what makes a partnership whole, is we each in a partnership remain ourselves and we're true to ourselves. And then we kind of come together, right? In temperance, we're both opposite. We're not necessarily opposites, but we're both whole. We come together and form something even stronger when we're together. I kind of look at that like me and my husband. When we go out, okay, if we go out shopping or something, if we go our separate ways in the store or on anything that we do, we get mixed up. For some reason, if we stay together, we actually get things done faster and better. And even on a project, if we're working on something, than if we do it like separately. We complement each other, but we remain whole. We remain true to our values, but we can bend. Okay. I mean, it's not like, we can compromise, but we're actually stronger when we're together. But yet we still have our own sets of values and how we approach things. And it's really, I love that. I really love that too. And then of course, now we have this 10 of Wands energy. And I love this. So let's see where this 10 of Wands comes in. Let's see, this is the clarifying energy here. Hold on, because I'm going to, now let's see, where did, 10 of Swords. Let's see. Not quite sure how this is set up. Hold on a second. Sorry about that. This deck is set up, this book is set up a little bit differently on how to find cards here. 39, it says page 39 for Wands. But I don't know if that's going to be exactly the page I need. So let me see. Oh, I'm sure you guys are loving this, right? Oh, wait, here we go. 10 of Wands. All right, that didn't take too long. 10 of Wands. Here we go. This card highlights that the burdens in your life are weighing on you. If there are pages, okay, there aren't. This points to the response. This 10 points to the responsibility for a dependent person. Okay. Let's see. I sometimes see this when the responsibilities, I'll read it out loud. I sometimes see this 10 when the responsibilities of the partnership or marriage are uneven due to one person having an illness or employment challenges. This 10 tells you that Spirit sees your hard work and is sending help. So it says for 10 of Wands, love, support partner in hard time, uneven care, and under money have taken on too much feelings of burnout. So with this 10 of Wands, it's interesting. This is taking on that burden, and you really need to. It's a good. In a way, it's a burden, but in a way, it's a big harvest, because Wands are actually creative. They can be looked at as good, right? When you have Wands, it's creativity, it's good ideas, it's a lot of stuff that we've created. So it can be actually looked at as a lot of good things. Sometimes a lot of good things, though, can become a burden, and they're very heavy to carry. Okay, it's kind of hard. You can't see the forest through the trees, which is kind of the clarifying message of what's going on here, which is taking our burdens, right, and having them balanced. Being protective, but not overly protective. Taking two opposites, but bringing those together and making them stronger, right? Taking our lover's energy, which is just so incredibly like that beautiful lava-like energy, and coming together and letting it, as it cools off, forming the earth, the rock that stands strong. I mean, that's the energy of this week. I'm getting the chills as I'm saying this. It's like taking the energies that we have in life, right, and putting them together to create, even things that are stronger. How can we look at our lives? Many of us, I think, are carrying these burdens, what we look at as burdens, but they're really not. We've brought them into our life for a reason. Everything that we see externally is what we've created from our internal ideas, right? I wanted to have kids. I wanted this job. I wanted to move here. I wanted this education. So we get this stuff internally, and we manifest it externally, and then we look at it maybe as burdens. And we need to look at it as gratitude, as good things. How do we look at it now to create and to form and to mold that stuff into good, solid foundations for ourselves, or jumping off points to move forward into new things for ourselves, right? The divinity of discontentment, right? When we're discontent with something, if we're at that point in our lives, that discontentment then can springboard us into something else, looking at that, what makes us content? What's our next direction then to take that discontentment and to springboard us into something, into contentment? So a very strong message today. I really enjoyed this reading, and I think many of us are kind of like vacillating in between these ideas of contentment and discontentment, and moving forward, and where are we going, and what's going on in some respects, and on many levels of things. It's a very interesting time to be alive, but we've all asked to be alive at this time. So we're coming together, forming some new realities, I think, for ourselves, and learning. I mean, I absolutely agree that those of us who are down here right now, us souls that are down here right now, this is a master's level class in growing and understanding and moving forward and growing ourselves, our souls into, really like fine tuning our souls into the creators that we are. That all being said, I'm ready to do the Moonology, our 3-card pick, using these Moonology oracle cards. So I am shuffling these right now. Think about a message that you may need to hear, that you would like to hear from Spirit, from Source, from your spiritual guides. Let me shuffle these a few more times. I'm going to do one more shuffle. That wasn't a good shuffle. Sorry. Got to do one more. There we go. That was a good shuffle. And here we go. Card 1, card 2, card 3. Think about which card resonates, 1, 2, or 3. If you picked card 1, you got fixed moon, hold your vision. It might not be time quite yet to move forward, so hold that vision. And I'm hearing not only hold it, but maybe tweak it a little bit, hold it, and like make the edges a little bit rounder, like while you're holding it, if you can, if that's what it needs. It might be not quite ready to move forward, but it might just need some rounder edges on it. If you picked card 2, new moon eclipse, expect powerful change. If you picked card 2, you got new moon eclipse, expect powerful change. And if you picked card 3, new moon in Capricorn, and it says your hard work is paying off. Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn. All right, my friends, that's our 3-card pick. I will see you tomorrow for our weekend energy reading and a 3-card pick. Thank you so much for being here. And as always, namaste.